Hey guys, this is your boy Marcus and welcome back to my Master League episode number 15, I believe. And of course, still at Swansea City in the Europa League at the current moment. Of course, 3 matches for you today. Two Europa League matches. Olympiacos away, Olympiacos at home, because of course we're into, I believe it's the last 16. It should be the last 16. And we have, of course, a game in the middle, which is going to be against Chelsea in the Premier League. Of course, we're top of the Premier League at the current moment, so of course that's really pretty minted. But Olympiacos, of course, have a Mitroglou up front, even Gadza behind them, Vice on the right midfield slot, and there, I believe it is Wayne Routledge, and big Niang or Niang. And Mbaya Niang is a big beast up front. Niang, absolute legend that he is. Michu playing behind him. I don't really know where Boney is. Boney's sort of in and out of the team. I think by this time I was just sort of what is it called? Experimenting with the team to make sure I could actually play without my best players. Hence why the likes of Routledge are playing and what's his name? Mbaya Niang. So with that being said, of course Olympiacos kicked off as the home team. And in the 45th minute, that was that. So half time, it was 0-0. It was basically just the biggest waste of time ever. It was not a good game. It was relatively boring. I mean, look at that. There's been 5 shots in the game, 4 on target, 3 from me, or 4 shots, 3 on target from me. But I mean, that was really about it. And that was full time. I mean, I could bore you with all the terrible shots I had because of concern I didn't score any goals. It was 0-0 was the final score. I only had 1 shot in the second half, and Olympiacos had 2. Sort of suggests how good their defending actually was in the game, which was quite good considering that Papadopoulos actually got the man of the match. But yeah, last 16, Tottenham won, CSK 0-0 with Lazio. And I'm not really going to bother with these results because the actual second leg match is at the end of this episode anyway, so it doesn't really matter. So with that being said, like I said, Swansea versus Chelsea. In the last game against Chelsea, we actually beat them 1-0, if I can remember correctly. It was at Stamford Bridge, and Michu scored after a nice little back heel play by himself, actually, to Boney, and Boney back then. But Boney, of course, back in the team, because Willow playing that right midfield slot. Jonathan de Guzman and John Joe Shelby as the 2 midfielders. Not really sure where Jack Wilshere's gone. I think I just decided to take him out of the team because he was playing alright, but I mean, he's been playing nearly every single game this season, so might as well rest him, eh? So that being said, De Bruyne, Ramirez, William Hazard and Juan Mata were the 5 in midfield for Chelsea. Of course, Samuel Eto'o up front and Michael Essien. I think he was playing right back because that's the only position I could actually think of him actually playing, which makes sense if I can remember the thing. So, of course, we kicked off as a home team, 20 minutes on the clock, Boney on the ball, plays Michu, back to Boney through on goal, and Boney not with the goal. So, then in the 34th minute here, Pozuelo gets on the ball, skins past Azpilicueta. Gary Cahill just cannot stop him. Pozuelo keeps running, Pozuelo took a shot, and he scores. So, big Pozuelo scores 1-0 to Swansea City against Chelsea. So, 38 minutes on the clock. Jonathan Guzman with a nice shot. Relatively good save from Petr Cech. Comes back to John Joe Shelby. Gets Jonathan de Guzman again. Jonathan de Guzman with a low shot and another good save from the beast that is Petr Cech. But from the resulting corner kick, 40 minutes on the clock, big Michu comes up and headers it into the back of the net. Cech really should have saved that. It was basically right at him, and he completely made a complete mess of it. Michu there doing this nice sliding celebration next to the corner flag. Of course, he's the captain of the team, so of course if we do win the Premier League, it's very unlikely, but if it does happen, we will, of course, he'll be the one lifting the trophy. So with that being said, look at the halftime results. 6% possession, 81 pass completion, 17 shots, 12 on target. Absolute domination. So with that being said, 2-0 was the final score. I might look at the final score as well, but I mean, yeah, 17 shots in the final. In the end, actually had 22 shots, so I had 5 in the second half. I could have thrown every single 22 shots, and it would have just been Petr Cech saving the majority of them, because of course 6 of them were off target, which was just basically, you know how it is, quite difficult to shoot in this game, so of course that's fair enough. So basically, if that sort of win like that under our belt, it's really good. Jonathan de Guzman gets man of the match, 6.5 rating. Not really sure how that worked considering that he scored any goals, but anyway, Swansea top of the table, 59 points. That's where we want to be, and that is where we are. Man City are second, 57, Man United 55, Chelsea 53, Arsenal 49, Stoke 48 and Liverpool 46. Talking about the current moment, are 8th in the table. It's a bit unlikely they probably won't even get the Europa League spot, which is quite bad because Stoke really don't deserve to be there. But do I really deserve to be top of the table? Not really. I mean, yeah, I've scored the most goals, but look at that goal against. That goal against is quite poor, considering that our only team which has more as Liverpool, Stoke and Arsenal have each worth off 24 goals conceded in the season. So with that being said, we may, if we win the Premier League, we win the Premier League, but I cannot see my team keeping a hold of it, retaining the Premier League, because our squad is not good enough. I'm being blatantly honest. Our squad's not good enough. So Swansea versus Olympiacos is the last game of this episode, and of course, Jan's back. Jonathan Guzman is playing, Meach is not there, Ake's back, and Wilshere as well, of course, in the midfield. So Wilshere was, of course, I think he was captain, Zabret in goal, so there's always a likely chance that we would actually concede those goals. Wilshere, of course, is captain. But like I was saying, this is the last match of the episode, and basically it was a 0-0 in Olympiacos in Greece. So basically we had to come here and just win the game. That was basically all we had to do, outscore the opposition and we would win. So I went into it with a little bit of scepticism. Of course, with me being top of the Premier League and of course with the semi-finals of the FA Cup, of course, I sort of rested the team, hence why I like the Ake and Alvaro's playing, and Yang and Jonathan Guzman. Jonathan Guzman can't really be considered a starter. But in the 13th, 14th minute of the match, Jonathan Guzman plays through Nyang. Nyang with a shot, really good save, comes back to Jack Wilshere, who continues his run into the box. He is a really good box-to-box midfielder, and big Jack Wilshere scores. Jackie Wilshere, from former Arsenal player, scores. So that being said, I mean, in the last minutes of the half, okay, they get a shot away, so Brett makes an unbelievably decent save, kicks the ball away, nice and simple. Might as well get to the half-time at 1-0, and that was it. So half-time, 1-0 to Swansea City, of course, against Olympiacos. And basically, it wasn't as bad as you think. I mean, we're playing relatively decent. They're not playing that bad. We're playing okay. We're playing basically better than them. So in the 57th minute here, Angel Rangel on the ball, plays it through. Eventually, Alvaro gets it, skins past his defending player, who just cannot stop him from running. Alvaro continues to run, pushes him off the ball. Alvaro just keeps going, crosses it in. Yang can't get his head to it. Jonathan Guzman just volleys it into the back of the net with all that might that he has behind on his, I was actually on his left foot, his weak foot as well. He actually beast of a volley into the back of the net. 2-0 up, 76 minutes on the clock. Chico can't stop a cross in. They do score. I mean, it's very relatively cheap goal to concede. We shouldn't be conceding goals like that, but 2-1 put a little bit more pressure on me. So in the final minutes of the match, playing a nice little bit of football, Routledge eventually plays through Rufflin. Rufflin gets through on goal. 2 minutes on the clock. Rufflin through on goal. Rufflin scores. So past Roy Carroll, of course, the former Manchester United and Derby goalkeeper, and Rufflin scores to basically secure us into the last quarterfinal, in the quarterfinal places, because of course it's the last 16. So with that being said, we won 3-1. So let's see who else actually got through in the groups from the last 16 from knockout stages, of course, into the quarterfinals. So of course we dominated the match as expected. Nuhai actually did quite well. You know that Wilshere man of the match with 6.5 rating. That's what it's all about. And of course, the round of the last 16, second leg. Tottenham, of course, went through. Lazio, I really cannot believe to tell you, I don't know who the hell St Etienne are playing. And Fiorentina made it. Borussia Dortmund got absolutely destroyed by Schalke. I believe that is Wolfsburg made it through. Of course, we made it through. And I can't tell if it was Swansea or Atletico Madrid who actually made it through, because my thing is, at the current moment, bugging out all over the place. So with that being said, if you have enjoyed this video, subscribe my channel for more, and catch you later.